Molly Brazier. I'm a registered nurse who's worked in several different field hospitals now in response to the COVID pandemic. And I'm here with my colleague, Dr. Rajeev Fernando. Dr. Rajeev, you're an infectious disease specialist who's traveled all over the world with coronavirus and other illnesses. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I wish the circumstances were better, though.
Yeah, the news makes it sound like it's pretty bad out there.
Yeah.
Where are we at as a country?
This really is the worst time we've had with the virus. It's really clearly following the 1918 Spanish flu, where the second wave is actually worse. So that's where we are. To put things in perspective, Molly, is the first 1 million cases in America took about 90 days to get there. But just over the last 30 days, we've added 4 million new cases in America.
4 million new cases just in the past month.
In the past month, and it's going to get a lot worse. America has 90,000 Americans are hospitalized with COVID-19, more than we've ever had.
Wow, that's scary to hear.
It is. It's I think we as Americans, we have to have a civic duty to ourselves to protect one another. Like things like, I get upset when I see situations where after all the warnings, the recommendations given not to travel, 6.1 million Americans traveled this Thanksgiving. And it's hard. I like to travel as well. It's but we have to have a civic responsibility not to be doing those kind of things, especially with a rip-roaring pandemic.
Sure. Looking at the mortality rate of this, I mean, where do you see the country heading?
So I work very closely with epidemiologists, and we were spitting out some numbers, and it's clear to me, I'm not sure many people have projected this, but in my opinion, I think we are definitely going to go over 500,000 deaths in America easily. I think we'll go over 500,000 and possibly more, but my estimates I've done with my colleagues, and we're looking at least 500,000 American deaths.
500,000, that's a lot of Americans to lose.
That's a lot of death, especially if we can avoid this, just doing basic hand hygiene, masks, and social distancing. That's all we need to do, and it's not too late for us as well.
Looking at silver linings, I heard that they've approved a vaccine, or where are we at with that?
Yeah, so we have 2 vaccines in the States that are, just about to get an EUA, an emergency authorization use. To put that in perspective, there are 180 vaccine companies in the world working on this. Now we have two vaccine companies over here. There's going to be a process, Molly. So we have 2 things, the FDA and the CDC. Both of them have different roles. The CDC is the one that tells us which Americans are going to get the vaccine first. Now,
Sure.
For example, we're going to have 20 million doses ready to go. The question is, who gets these vaccines? 20 million Americans are going to get the vaccine out of a population of 330. But gets more interesting. Let's take away 80 million kids, because kids have not been qualified to get the vaccine. There's no studies in kids. Unlike the flu vaccine, where every American 6 months and above should get the flu vaccine, it's not being studied in kids. So right now, we're going to be choosing 20 million Americans out of 250 million Americans to get the vaccine first. So challenging times to devise who that is.
Sure, yeah, totally. Well, it sounds like we've got quite a bit more to talk about for the next time. And
There's a lot to talk about, but I want people out there, because there's a lot of news about vaccinations right now, and I want people to understand that you may or may not be the one to get the vaccine. So I've seen a lot of, this is a sense of false security where everyone says the vaccine's out there, but it's not. It's going to take time. Special selected populations would get it. I've mentioned this before. The straightforward things are people who work in hospitalizations, hospitals, things of that, nursing homes, maybe jails. But we really have to identify the super spreaders, the social butterflies who keep on going outside, infecting people. So that's another target I would think of. We just have to find a way how to find these people. But a lot more. Thanks for having me on your show. And yeah, we'll have a lot more to talk about in the next 48 hours.
thanks so much. It's always so informative to talk to you.
Always a pleasure, Molly. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.